Okay, so apparently not everybody reads the details under the video. So let me take this opportunity to explain a little bit about this call because it's actually pretty interesting. C.O.P.S does editing, but they don't do editing that removes the essence of any call. So they're not manipulating what you see. They're just condensing what the event does in order to fit it into a time slot. So what happened with this girl in this traffic stop in particular was we went in with the cops crew, parked on a street just to the south of a dope house, and my partner and I crawled up in the bushes and a bunch of weeds and burrs and everything else and grabbed a pair of binos and stared at the door of this dope house that had like a burglar bar cage that was facing away from the street. You can only see it from the side, which we could now see because we crawled up in the mud and taken a look. So we see this girl pull up. She gets out, walks up to the door, does her little rat-tat-tat, makes an exchange in the door for cash, for dope, you know, the white substance, blah, blah, blah. So we know she has a sack of dope. She leaves. We haul ass back to the car and catch up to her as she's leaving that block. And we catch up to her because we're just on the South Street and pull her over. And then as I approached, she started berating me about pulling her over because she's a white girl in a African-American neighborhood. So I stopped it right there and said, hey, let's kind of start this over because I might have been watching a particular house back on the avenues and I might know already where you came from. Let's start again. I'll be polite if you be polite. And that's where the actual episode begins. So this was my second go at license and insurance, whatever. So at the end, the reason why that's a key is because at the end, when all I could find was a little cap with a teeny bit of coke in the very bottom and took her to jail for it. First of all, it is arrestable, but the only reason it was menial, yes, but the only reason it was worth the arrest at that particular time is because I knew she had a sack. She either pitched it or stuffed it somewhere where I couldn't get it. And so she knew she had dope and I knew she had dope and she knew I knew she had dope. So I think she was grateful to go to jail for that little tidbit, and she ended up getting out anyway, so it's not a big deal. Hopefully that gives you a little more context about this particular call. It's kind of interesting to be able to go back and look at how people perceive the thing after it's been cut down into that time slot. So anyway, hope this helps.